What's good everyone, it's Zigzag here, welcome back to another Geoguessr video. Great to have you back on the channel today, and welcome to the start of a special series. So I've teamed up with Western Union to create a series of sponsored videos in which I have to find different Western Union stores from around the world. Now, if you're unaware about Western Union, it's a money transfer service with hundreds of thousands of locations all around the world, which probably means you're not far from one right now, and also means that it's a great candidate for making Geoguessr maps out of because it's so ubiquitous. Anyway, if you want to find out more about Western Union, check out the description, and also check out the description for the play along link, because we are going to be doing 5 locations and trying to get a perfect score on these Western Union shop fronts. So it's going to be no moving, unlimited time, 5 locations picked out with help from the people over at Western Union and by Alok, a pro who many of you guys would know. So let's check out if we can get any perfect scores here. The first one here, we got the Western Union right at this shop front. Without looking around, we have English, right? So I thought at first it was looking kind of Chilean, but should just be the United States or Canada in my opinion. Obviously got the Mexican restaurant here, Panago, interesting. And let's have a look around. Okay, so we're in a mountainous area. These are fairly sizable hills, I would say. But yeah, both sides of us on this occasion. We've got a nice east-west grid, which it's actually slightly misaligned. It's slightly more southwest, so that will be really helpful for getting the perfect score later on. But let's see if we can get a town name here at all. So it doesn't look like anything on the Western Union itself will have the town name, nor does it say it over here, but perhaps over this direction we can get a good clue as to where we are from these places. Okay, city of Quesnel, I think. Looks like it starts with a Q. Yeah, Quesnel. Okay, that's really great. Can we get anything else from it? Maybe a phone code would be great at this point. Actually, we have a black border on this parking sign, which makes me think it's more likely to be Canada than the US. Canada is much more likely to put black borders on their no parking or parking signs. Okay, single yellow line in the middle of the road, also Canadian. So yeah, we're downtown here. We have a pub just over to our east, so that will also be massively helpful. And I'm thinking with the shape of these hills, we're likely to be in British Columbia here, right? It makes sense. Oh, there's Quesnel. It must have said Quesnel, right? Let's see over here. Yeah, Quesnel has to be the right one, right? And there we go. It's the slightly southwest angle. So at this point, pretty simple case of just lining up the bar here, which is called Billy's Burgers or something like that. Oh, we got the Dairy Queen, and that's to our east. Billy Baker. There we go. Barker. Okay, well, whatever. And we should see the branch here, the Western Union agent location. Excellent. So that is what I'm talking about. This was a fairly straightforward one because I was able to figure out that it was Canada, and then with the hilly landscape, only really BC made sense. So let's lock in our 5,000 point score, 0 meters away on that occasion. Very nice indeed. Okay, let's head through to the second one. Let me know how you did in the first location and the rest of them in the comments, because you're playing against me, of course. And let's see what we got here. Okay, next location. Okay, so Lucy y Kevin. Sounds Spanish, does it not? But it could, I guess, also be Portuguese. I'm not too sure. I would have thought it's more Spanish, though. Looking inside here, this is the location. So seems to be maybe tacked on to a food store as well here, like a Western Union, maybe like an agent location where you can do your business in there as well as buy your groceries. And let's have a look around here. So noticing that we've got blue strips on the plates, seems like Spain, right? Look like Spanish language. And then with this kind of footpath also makes a lot of sense for Spain. We've got a red border all the way to the edge of the sign. So yeah, this is all but confirmed to be Spain. I don't know my area code. 608 is probably useful, but I don't know where that's going to place us. So getting the perfect score here may be challenging. Oh, but I've just seen something, Tenerife. That means that we are on these islands here, and it makes sense. We have a palm tree, right? So Tenerife is this island here, and I would assume with an urban sprawl this big, we should probably be in Santa Cruz de Tenerife. Let's see if we can get a street name here. This sign not looking too legible, I would say, so maybe over the other side here. Otherwise, we might just have to angle up the road here and go that way again. This direction, again, no street signs are readable here, unfortunately. And I don't see an address anywhere else as well, so it might have to be the case that we line up the road here. But the good thing is it's a divided road, which will show up on the map. And at that stage, I'm thinking of just lining it up here, so it's fairly east-west here. So no, that one doesn't work. This one doesn't work. This one is a one-way. So we're looking at something this angle, slightly northwest this time, that's going both ways. I'm not seeing that. So that could be concerning for our guess here. I mean, but I'm sure that this has to be Tenerife with that sign that we saw, right? What about this one here? This one one actually does work pretty nicely. Do we have a roundabout to our west? Maybe. Not convinced about that. Over this direction. Looks like the road is not too long, so I don't mind this idea. Well, let's see if we can confirm it. So we've got an off-road to our north here. So let's check the north off-roads. Could we have a Western Union here? Not looking good. Actually, the angle of the road is wrong. So yeah, we can forget about that one anyway. This road, however, is looking really good, I got to admit. Okay, so let's see if we can see a Western Union along here. So to our west, we're going to have a little off-road, and then to our east, it doesn't look like there are any off-roads at all. So that should be pretty visible on the map. It would be something like this, potentially. Oh, and there's the Lucy and Kevin. Yes, that's the one we want. Okay, that's the perfect score there. That was not too bad. As soon as we saw Tenerife, I think without the Tenerife sign, it was definitely gettable because we had a lot of palm trees, but yeah, looks like that's going to be the perfect score. There we go, 8 meters away for another perfect one. Let's go for 25,000 points. That would be ideal here. Next one, we appear to be in a capital city. If I had to say, you know what, it's funny, I was going to say Paris, but we've got a blue strip on the top of the plate here. That feels Latin American, so maybe this is Buenos Aires. I think Buenos Aires looks a lot like this. It kind of has these big, grand, European-looking buildings. That is my current thought, so let's have a look around here. Argentinian flag, okay, so yeah, I would say this is almost certainly in Buenos Aires indeed. Pago Fácil. I'm assuming that has to do with easy payment or something like that, and we have the Western Union here. Definitely looks like it. Pretty fancy building to have one in, by the way. Over this direction, I mean, we have to be in the middle of town, and this looks like it might be maybe like a town hall kind of building. Not too sure about that. Anything else that's going to give us a good clue here? We have a statue to our south of a horseman, and it might be on a roundabout. I do think it's constituting a roundabout around that horseman there. So I'm going to go right downtown here. Now we'll get the angle of the road, which is pretty much north-south. That's going to be highly useful. I would think that we're in this section here. Yeah. Okay, what are all these subtle, what's this, subte things on the map? I don't know what that means. It's probably a subway, actually. It's probably like a subway station or something. I would assume so. Anyway, I do like this. I do like this. Okay, so now we're looking for a roundabout. I think to our south, that is going to be a roundabout. If not, then that's going to be a problem because I'm going to assume it is. So let's see here, and we're between two roads, obviously. The whole city's on a grid, so everything makes sense here. And now we just search. So are we going to be able to find something that resembles that? It's not got a set of traffic lights, I'm pretty sure. We're not looking for traffic lights. We're looking for point of interest with some kind of a like sculpture or, you know, marked interesting thing in the middle of the road. All right, I'm going to scan for it and you guys can see the time lapse. This looks decent. We've got a statue in the middle here. Was Morfeo. We can't really figure out what that is from this angle, but maybe we can use the businesses that are nearby to work it out. So we've got the D'Oro Italian Bar, which I'm unfortunately not seeing here. This really makes sense with the monument in the middle of the road there, doesn't it? So what, if we look north, we should be able to see this big building here as well. I mean, there is a church there. I still don't mind this idea. Can we line anything up here? Ooh, it does say Telecentro here, and this says Teleperformance, so it could be possible that this is just mismarked on the map or something like that. Workia Solutions, though, I just don't see that. I would hope to, like, see this, and I don't. So, I mean, as much as the shape of the building works decently well, I think that we have to look for a different statue. That being said, I'm gonna leave my marker here. Ooh, I've just found it, I think. Look, Momento a Julio Argentino Roca. Sounds excellent. And then, what do I see here? A Pago Fácil with the Western Union. Okay. I just didn't imagine that we were looking at a split block with a diagonal road to our south, but that's actually what's going on. So it's not really a roundabout at all, although it kind of is. That makes a lot of sense. So the one we found before, yes, it looked decent, but this one is the correct answer. And I would say with our Italian bar just to our south, we should plonk ourselves just here and take our 5,000 points. Excellent, 1 meter away, and we're on a perfect score. Did take me a decent time to find that, but you know, still happy. And now we move over to Japan. Okay, clearly Japan here with the Western Union here, and this time not much English going on apart from money transfer. So we're gonna have to rely on the regional clues that you get in Japan here. So, oh, Oh, guys, I think I see Mount Fuji. Let's try and confirm with the poll though. So we've got the transformer sitting on 2 metal rods, and we also have this one, which is shaped like, I don't even know what, like a saw or something, like a bow saw. That one I would associate with the Kanto area, which is the Tokyo area. And of course, Mount Fuji lies within Kanto. Now, if we look north, we see Mount Fuji, I think. So we should probably be around this direction here, with it lying slightly northeast of us. So probably in this town here, I would have to assume, in the town of Fuji itself, I suppose. And it would make sense, you know, to have a money transfer place nearby such a prominent site. That checks out with the logic of where I want to guess here. So let us get to thinking about the rest of the round here, seeing how we're going to actually get the perfect score. Takayama Real Estate, I think that's just the business name, the family name. Aoba Base, that may be more interesting, potentially findable on the map. Though, if I zoom out, I'm not seeing anything Aoba, so I think, again, maybe just the company name. Okay, over this direction. Unfortunately, I cannot read any Japanese, so that will not help us on this occasion, though it is a very useful skill to have. We have a 7-Eleven, a petrol station? Question mark, to our northeast. And yeah, we've got this other store over here. So the road kind of bends around to our south and meets up with the main road, and then it's pretty straight over to our north. So I'm thinking we get into town here and think about, you know, how we want to do this. So we should be looking at Mount Fuji here. And yeah, I do think we're in the town of Fuji itself. So maybe a road like this could work pretty nicely. Not seeing what I want to see on this road particularly, but maybe this road instead. Oh, this one has a fairly decent angle. I think it's a bit different. There's a 7-Eleven. We know there are thousands of those in Japan though. I think that is a different 7-Eleven. Okay, back to the drawing board. Maybe this road instead. Again, not quite right. It feels like in the distance, we're about to hit like the mountain itself, right? It starts to get quite a bit more elevated very soon, I think. So maybe I'm looking too far out. Maybe instead of Fuji, we should look more up this direction here. So can we find any fitting roads? Oh, 7-Eleven. Okay, with an angle that looks pretty decent here. Okay, so the 7-Eleven's that direction. But unfortunately, I think that this road is wrong as well. We're at a 4-way intersection. I'm not seeing how this... Ooh, we could be here. Wait, 7 bank ATM. We got the drugstore? Nah. And then this way, a forklift dealer. It's just a bit too wrong, unfortunately. But I did like the idea. This definitely fit very well for a place that's not actually it. Ooh, Alba Pharmacy. Oh, wait. Alba Base. Could this mean we're in the right area? So I found this ticket. Oh, there's Western Union. Wow, I can't believe I found it. Okay, this one actually took some time. I just had to scan everything. It's actually all the way back down here in the bigger part of the city in Fuji. It's further south, further away from the mountain than I thought. Because on the relief map here, it looks like the mountains only really start here, but I guess they start more so over here. And so we're all the way back down here. Now, I saw a ticket land and it didn't really seem good, but we did see the 7-Eleven here. I was like, this is tempting. And then one more zoom reveals the Western Union, and the Alba Pharmacy is through here, but Alba just must be something nearby or something, because I mean, I know it's a last name as well, but yeah, I mean, this just makes sense. And so we're definitely there. A good find. I did not know if the 25k would happen. I was getting ready to concede, but we indeed found it there. It's gonna be right there, 0 meters away once again. Goodness me, we're on a tear. And let's see the final round here. Oh, and it looks very gettable. It looks so gettable. We're probably gonna have a town name here. First things first, we have the double yellow outer lines here. That happens in Britain and places that were formerly controlled by Britain. I'm thinking UK, Ireland, Bermuda, Hong Kong, Singapore, and a couple of other places. Clearly with this architecture, it looks like England or Scotland, perhaps Northern Ireland, something like that here. So let's see if we can get this. So Seagate, immediately an English sounding place name to me, maybe Scottish as well. Architecture almost felt Scottish, so I wouldn't be surprised if we ended up being there. Here's the Western Union as part of a pawnbroker this time, with a jewelry collection out the front here. Okay, interesting. And let's have a look around here. .UK as suspected. And then we have the Scottish flag. Yeah. So if it's Scotland and we have a pink building, does that mean we're in Glasgow? Glasgow often has pink stone in the architecture. Not necessarily, but I see another one here. I'm thinking this might be Glasgow, guys. Okay, so there's the stagecoach and we're in Dundee. Dundee is another big town. I remember it. Yeah, Dundee's over here. Okay, makes sense. I guess in Glasgow you would have more pink buildings, but this one just has a few of them. To be fair. There's quite a few pink buildings here. That makes life nice and easy there, and it feels like we're probably near the city center here. We have the stagecoach depot here, which I feel like is probably going to be pretty prominently marked out on the map. And I would say it's almost time to line everything up here. We have the directions to the harbor. That's to our northeast. Interesting. So we really should be around here, I would think. And then we had our street name, which was Seagate and St. Andrews. So one of those two should jump out to me pretty quickly here as we look. Seagate is there, excellent, and St. Andrews is to our northwest. Okay, that's commercial, that is Peter, and that's Horse, and there's St. Andrews. Okay, we're on this corner here. There's the H&T pawnbroker shop, and the stagecoach is right there. Excellent, excellent, excellent. And so yeah, this is where we were. We were like just outside the harbor in the east part of Dundee Central, and at this point, all you gotta do is line up the road, click it very accurately, I suppose. We're about here, and there you go. That was 4 meters away for a total of 25,000 points. Not too easy to get 25,000 points no moving, but we managed to do it on this occasion in 26 minutes. The Japan was the real kicker there. That one took the lion's share of the time. The rest of the locations, relatively straightforward, I would say. So guys, hope you all enjoyed this one. Stay tuned for more content with Western Union and let me know what you thought of this video as well. And yeah, guys, I would say thank you so much for watching the video. Thanks to Western Union. If you're interested more in them, check out what I've got down in the description. And yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching the video. I'll see you guys next time, and goodbye.